Okay, let's go through the homework corrections for the work that you had on Wednesday. And there was quite a bit of practice with probability, so it wasn't anything new. I just wanted you to practice with some of the harder questions before we move on to the final topic on this chapter. So it's a little bit blurry. Hopefully that's a bit clearer. Okay, so for question, well, it wasn't question one, the first question you had, question 13. We had a Wheel of Fortune. So you can look at this in your book. I don't have it in front of you. We had a spinner, and it was coloured in with 10 segments. So I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here. They should be the same size. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here. So they were coloured in green, yellow, red, green, yellow, red, yellow, green, blue, yellow. So let's count them up. We have 10 segments, and the colours that we have, there's 3 of them are green, 4 of them are yellow, 2 of them are red, and 1 of them is blue, like this. Then we also are told that if you land on yellow, you will win €5. If you land on green, you will win €15. If you land on red, you will win €25. And if you land on blue, you can win €50. So the question then, the follow-up question is, what is the probability of winning €5? Well, that's the same as the probability of landing on yellow. That's what they're really asking us there. They're just asking it in a slightly different way. So for part A, the probability of winning €5, the probability of landing on yellow, which is 4 out of the 10 segments. And they asked us to write that as a percentage. So that's 2/5, 4/10, or 40%. Just a quick reminder, because somebody did ask me this the other day, how do we use our calculator to change a fraction to a percentage? So first of all, you put the fraction into your calculator, press the fraction button, 2/5, like that, press equals so that it comes up like that, and then you need to use the change button on the Sharps or the SD button on the Casio, and when we do that, now my calculator's in scientific mode. I apologize. And there we go. Still in scientific mode. Okay, I'll change it later. Anyway, it should change it to 0.4, so 2/5. You can change it to a decimal, and then we multiply by 100. I multiply my answer by 100, and we get 40%. Now, unfortunately, my calculator is showing the wrong answer. It's showing the right answer. It's just in a format that you guys aren't used to because it's gone into a strange mode. I'll just fix that. If your calculator does get into a strange mode and you can't get it back out, there's a little button at the back. If you push down on that, it should change it back into the mode that we want. Okay. So now my calculator's back in math mode. Now when I do my 2/5, I change to a normal decimal, multiply by 100, and I've got 40. That's where the 40% is coming from. Sorry for the delay there. Now, part B asked us to find the probability of winning €15. So of course, that is the same as the probability of landing on green. And there are 3 segments that are green. And if we write that as a percentage, 3/10 as a percentage is 30%. You don't have to use the calculator to convert to percentages. If you can do them in your head, that's fine. Part C, the probability of winning €50 is the same as the probability of landing on blue, which is 1 out of 10, or a 10% probability. And the last one was a little bit more complicated, the probability of €25 or more. So this is the probability that we land on red or blue. And there are 2 red sectors and 1 blue sector. So that is 3 out of 10, or a 30% chance. So depending on how much you have to pay to play this game, it seems like there's pretty good odds of winning good money. Now, a different game at the carnival has a 7% chance of winning the main prize and a quarter chance of winning the runner-up prize. So this is the second part, part B. A different game, the main prize, 7% chance, and the runner-up, a quarter probability. I don't like comparing decimal percentages and fractions like that, so I would change my quarter to 25%, even before I see what the question's asking me. The question says, what is the probability as a percentage that someone who plays this game does not win a prize? So these are the only 2 prizes. And the probability of winning some kind of prize will be 7% and 25%, which is 32%. So the probability of not winning is everything else. 100%, take away 32%, and that is 78%. So the other game has a 78% chance that you don't win anything. On this game up here, you'll always win something. It just might be quite a small number. Okay, so some people may have gotten confused. This was E, not B. Some people may have gotten confused about what that question was asking. So if you still don't understand it after you've looked through this video, please let me know and I can go through it in more detail. Okay, question 14 then. There are 30 students in a class. So I have a total of 30 students. And there's a table that shows us a breakdown between girls and boys. And each of those either wears glasses or doesn't wear glasses. Okay, so everybody's in one of these 4 sectors here in this class. There's 7 girls who wear glasses and 3 boys. There are 12 girls who don't wear glasses and 8 boys who don't wear glasses. Then, the follow-up questions. We need to be really careful with these. A student is picked at random from the class. Find the probability, and we have to write it as a fraction, that this person will be a boy who wears glasses. So a boy with glasses. Now my probabilities when I'm talking about the whole class are going to be out of 30. So my total is 30. So it's the total in the class. And boys who wear glasses, there's 3 of them. So that is a 1/10. They asked for probabilities in this question to be written as a fraction in their simplest form. Part B, we're looking for the probability of a girl who doesn't wear glasses. So that's going to be 12 out of the 30. And that simplifies down, because 2 goes into both of that, to 2/5. I just used my calculator to simplify it. 6 goes into both of those numbers, 2/5. Part C, what's the probability? Just that it's a girl. Well, we'll notice that we hadn't done the totals. So we have a total of 19 girls in the class and 11 boys in the class. So the probability of being a girl in this class is 19 out of 30, which doesn't simplify. So we just leave our answer like that. And the final part then, what's the probability that they are someone who wears glasses? So again, there's another total down here. There is a total of 10 in the class who wear glasses and a total of 20 in the class who don't wear glasses. So that's going to be 10 out of 30, which simplifies to a third. A third of the class wears glasses. Okay, so that's how a probability question can come up with a table that you're expected to be able to read. Hopefully everyone got on okay with that, but if you got confused and you still don't understand, please let me know. Final question then, question 15. In a year of 100 students, each student is either a boy or a girl in this school, in this group, and each of them study one of the following subjects: art, music, technical graphics, which of course is called DCG in the school, and then we're going to add up our totals as well. It's a very similar question to the last one. So we have a table like this. 12 boys study music, 15 girls study tech graph, and we have totals down here as well. There are a total of 23 students doing technical graphics, a total of 33 boys, and a total of 30 studying art, and they want us to complete the table. Actually, they don't say to complete the table, they ask us probabilities, but oh no, part A, complete the table. Okay, so how do we do this? Well, we can start here on the DCG one. 23 minus 15 is 8, so I must have 8 here, and that helps me work out how many boys do art, because it will be 33 minus 12 plus 8 is 20, which is 13. And now I can work out how many girls do art, because it's a little bit like doing Sudoku. Here's my missing bit here. 30 minus 13. So there was only one spot that I could work out the first time, and that leads me to the next one. And this is very common in maths in general, where there's only one thing you can do. So you do that to help you do the next thing. And then, well, my totals I know add up to 100, because the question told me there was 100 students. So if there are 33 boys, there must be 67 girls. Okay, and then I've got one gap here, and we can say that 17 plus 15 is 32, and we take that from 67. 67 minus 32 gives me 34. So 34 girls studying music, and we add those together, 46. And let's just double check our totals down here. Do they add up to 100? 30 plus 46. Something's gone wrong somewhere. $30 plus 46 is 76. 76 plus 23 is 99. So let me just double check. I've obviously made a mistake somewhere. I'll go over it in blue. 8 plus 15 is 23, so I'm happy with that. 8 and 12 is 20. 20 and 13 is 33. 33 and 67 is 100. So that's right, that's right, that's right. At least I haven't made a mistake. And then we know that that's 100 because we're told that. This was filled in for us. 30 plus 23 gives me 53. And 100 minus 53 is 47. So this should be 47. This should be 47, meaning that 47 minus 12 should give me 35. I should have 35 here. And I don't know where I got this 17 from. Oh, I did 30 minus, we'll come back to that in a second. So 67 minus 15 gives me 52, and then minus 35 gives me 17. Yeah, that's 17. I don't know why I made the mistake earlier. Sorry, guys. I did some miscalculation and I'm not quite sure where. So that is correct. So that should have been my table at the end of it. Sorry, got a little bit messy. Now, let's go through the probability questions. So for part B, a student is selected at random. Find the probability that the student is a girl. And that's going to be 67 out of 100. They asked us to write it as a decimal, so that's 0.67. Find the probability that they study tech graphics, DCG, so that's 23 out of 100, or 0.23. Find the probability that they are a girl studying art. So girl studying art is 17 out of 100, which is 0.17. And the last part then, so that was part 1, 2, 3. Find the probability that they do not study music. So they can be anyone at all, but it's everything except for music. So they either study art or DCG, and that's 53 out of 100, which we write as 0.53. So those were the 4 answers there. There's a follow-up question though. A boy is selected at random. Now we need to be careful with this. My total has changed because first I restricted myself to boys. So instead of using my total as 100, I'm now using my total as 33 because that's the total number of boys in the class. Find the probability, in this case, that he studies art. So that's going to be 13 out of 33, not out of 100. And when I put that into my calculator, 13 out of 33, we get 0.3999, 0.39 to 2 decimal places. And that was the answer there. Now, this second part here was a difficult question, and if you couldn't do it, please don't worry about it. It's something that would hardly ever come up at junior cert level, but this is where we separate, the 100% from the 99%. So this would be considered a very difficult question in probability. Okay, thank you very much.